Wow, so as you all know, it is time to talk about the Game of the Year nominees of 2019. We gotta discuss what's going on, we gotta discuss what's poppin', my boys, and I'm gonna get into exactly what games deserve, the slots and which ones are a little bit questionable and all that jazz. You guys know how it goes. So, with that all being said, let's get straight into this. I personally am very excited to talk about these games. Now, these don't accurately reflect my top 10 or personal top 10 games of 2019. I'm much different than this list, or at least slightly different from this list in a lot of ways, because we all play different stuff. The panel chooses different stuff. You guys know what it is. This is more artsy, more indie, that kind of thing, versus me, who just I'd be playing anything and everything. So with that all being said, let's get straight into it. We're going to be using the Google vote system because their actual site's down right now, and then we'll tweet out which ones I voted for later. And if you guys want to catch up with those shenanigans, make sure you walk on over to my Twitter in the description below and pull up and follow me and all that stuff for gaming news, all that cool stuff, right? So enough chit chat, let's get straight into it and we move. Oh wait, oh wait, no, we're good. Sorry. Anyways, let's start with all this esports stuff. We're not even gonna vote on because that's rude, right? Like anything except for best esports game, we're not gonna vote on because I'm not in any of those scenes and I don't want to take away anything from anyone, right? Let's just be polite. So best esports game. Out of all of these, I'm just gonna say Fortnite, right? A lot of them just aren't that cool or fun to me, to watch and or play, especially Overwatch in 2019. Gosh darn, dude, I used to love that game. I used to play it a lot. I really, really, really loved Overwatch, and then just those updates sucked. So Fortnite free. That game's great. Yep, thank you. Moving on from that, we're gonna go to Content Creator of the Year. Again, don't really want to vote on any of these guys because that's rude and all that. Yeah, like I said, so we'll just keep it pushing. I don't watch them. I'm just gonna be polite. If I had to choose anyone, it'd be Shroud, I guess. Or Dr. Lupo. They're pretty funny, and I like their streams. I'll pull up every once in a while. I watched this Shroud guy play MW, so we move. Fresh indie game presented by Subway. So this is the new indie games that have come out that are by completely new developers, new teams, and all that. And I got to say off the bat, I haven't played too many of these. Actually, just two, Disco Elysium and Greece, which I'm really shocked because I really want to play Greece and I really need to get around to it. So thanks for reminding me, Game Awards. But out of all of these, however, it's easily has to be My Friend Pedro. That game is incredible. It's such a tight-knit arcade shoot 'em up that I haven't experienced in so long, and it takes that twin stick shooter formula and kind of turns it on its head, literally, by throwing in all these great new mechanics and the amount of customizable control schemes and all that cool stuff to let you do a slew of very interesting and very cool maneuvers is dope. Being able to spin around while kicking a pan upwards and shooting the pan and the bullets ricochet into an enemy, then you kick that pan into an enemy and hop off of the wall to aim your guns up and down and shoot these things while shooting a target to open a door. The game's crazy. And the fact that it just has so much player freedom where you can play it as a cover-based 2D shooter or a full-on arcade crazy action game while slowing down time and doing some Matrix stuff, and the way it eases you into the game and slowly ramps up that difficulty, getting harder and harder and harder, truly is great. And the level design's perfect. It's so good, dude. This game's great. Loved everything about it. It was awesome. Slay the Spire is also very, very good. Outer Wilds is also extremely good. I love the core time loop of going back through things and having a set amount of time to do everything and all that. I love that. And Slay the Spire's interesting roguelike take on this card game battle system, similar to, I guess, Hearthstone or something of that nature. And the way you kind of buff your character while attacking enemies and all that great stuff is awesome. I love that. It's such a fun game. Untitled Goose Game, it's okay. I like it. It's a cute little puzzle game. It's fun for what it is, and it's definitely deserving of all the praise and jokes it gets. It's just a fun, cute little game, right? Can't go wrong with it. I love the little humor it has. I just like how you're just a jerk goose. It's great. But My Friend Pedro's gonna take it for me personally. I love that game, dude. It's so good. Moving on. Best multiplayer game. This is hard. Tetris 99. That game's great, dude. You can't deny Tetris 99 is a lot of fun. being able to compete against all those players and get your Tetris skills just right, and learning about T-spins and stuff which I didn't even really know about until this game. I guess I knew a little bit about it because of Puyo Puyo Tetris, but actually like being able to try to perform it, because I can't. I think I've done it once by accident. It is really fun, and I just really love the amount of updates it's getting and support with all the different themes and promotions for other Nintendo games. Great stuff over at Tetris 99, and it really is cool. Next is Tom Clancy The Division 2, and I don't know why they're showing Siege, but that game's good. That's it. I didn't beat it yet. I still haven't beat it from that previous 2019 games I've played video. It's just a good looter shooter like that. I don't know what else to tell you. That's the best way to explain it. Apex Legends. It's Apex, dude. It's Titanfall, but without mechs and stuff. And the shooting and gunplay is so good. It's so good, and I love the new guns and stuff they've added in the new map they added recently, and how updates aren't rapid. It's just kind of a slow burn, you know. Like I still feel like it's familiar when I go to play it. It's always something that I know isn't going to constantly change. It's just it's nice. It's nice. It's a good pull-up game, and I love the squad aspect of it. I also like how it was the first battle royale to really introduce the respawn stuff, and that's great too. And then Modern Warfare, which is one of the best CODs I've played, and I really do enjoy Ground War. It's giving me that Battlefield vibe, and the amount of updates it's gotten already with the new maps and modes and content out the gate, despite kind of gatekeeping a little bit with Hardpoint being locked away for some dumb reason and stuff like that. It's still good, and I really, again, just the maps they're adding are pretty solid, dude. They're getting good. They're getting really good. Modern Warfare definitely is gonna have to take it from me personally. I am a COD fan at heart. I love the shooting in that, but Apex and MW, they're like right here. It's a hard one, but I'm gonna go with Modern Warfare just because more bang for your buck, literally, you know, personally. So let's keep it pushing. I didn't talk about Borderlands 3, but like I don't really care for it, so you know, it's whatever. It's not a bad game at all. I just haven't played enough of it to comment. Best sports and racing game: Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. Come on, guys. It's CTR. Yeah, it has microtransactions, but so do all of these games. Maybe not Dirt Rally 2.0, actually, and F1 2019, but the rest of them definitely do. Free. So best strategy game is really hard. Wargroove and Three Houses are like the ones I'm very hung up on, because I do enjoy Wargroove, but I haven't played enough of it to really, you know, get in and sink my teeth in. And the main reason why is because I don't like the fog of war mechanic they added, where you have to like have these dogs go out onto the field and kind of scan around. Like it's cool. I see what they're trying to do, but just it didn't work for me, and it kind of held the game back. It felt like the pacing of turns were kind of hampered and slowed down immensely compared to the previous missions I was playing, where I was just kind of sending troops out there, doing my thing, capturing points, being great, and then you have these dogs who kind of have to sniff things out, take it way slow, and slowly push units up, and you know, it's strategic. Yes, don't get me wrong, it's very strategic, but it also felt like I was slowing the pace down a little bit, and maybe I just have to pick some tips up from other players, and I probably should do that. But what makes the game for me is all the cool custom maps people have made about in the game, and the variety of things they have there, which is also really dope. Age of Wonders Planetfall, haven't got around to it, unfortunately. I hear it's great though. Tropico 6, very curious to play that game because I like the Tropico franchise, but again, haven't played it yet. I mean, you played one Tropico, you kind of played them all from what I've heard. I've played 3 and 4, and they're basically, you know, the same. So, and then Total War 3 Kingdoms. Again, second verse, same as the first, dude. Haven't got around to it, but I love Total War. It's such a great franchise. And then you have Three Houses. Why this isn't on the RPG category is really confusing, but whatever. Take what we could get, and I'm gonna just say it, dude. Three Houses is still probably my game of the year. Almost. Like, it's so hard. Every day I wake up and it's Devil May Cry 5 or it's Fire Emblem Three Houses. Like, I flip-flop often. And then the random Kingdom Hearts 3 might appear. But it's those, like, there's 4 games this year that are so good. It's Three Houses. Oh gosh, I can't even think because I'm so hyped. But it's like, it's Three Houses free. It's got to be DMC 5. It's got to be Kingdom Hearts 3, and it's got to be RE2. Like, those 4 games have stuck out of my mind like the best things I've played in recent memory. And then Jedi Fallen Order getting up there quickly, dude. I love that game. It's great. And I'm just like, dang, so many good games this year. And out of strategy, I'm gonna just say Three Houses. I loved the maps in this game so much. They did such a good job of adding like these cool little gimmicks too, with the artillery you could put people on and stuff like that, and just the way it feels is just, it feels like a battlefield again. You know, it doesn't just feel like square or corridor or, you know, hallways or dungeon or just like whatever it may be. Like, it truly feels like you're playing on battlefields, and I was really missing that from Fire Emblem, because like, especially with like Fates, for some of the crazy weird map design of like, one was like Corrin was just stuck in a house and everyone was on the outskirts trying to make their way in, and if you die, you die. I hated that mission. But Three Houses has really done a lot, and story wise too, it's got to get the love it deserves, dude. So Three Houses, easy. Best family game, this is a tough one. Ring Fit's obviously great. A lot of people love it. Mario Maker 2, obviously a banger. Yoshi's Crafted World, Ultimate, it's Smash, dude. But I'm gonna give it to Luigi's Mansion 3. Now I know you guys think my review was kind of negative because I said great concept, poor execution, all that jazz. But no, not at all. Like I said in my game review, it's just the gameplay to me. I wasn't a huge fan of just how simple it was. But again, it's not for me. It's for the kiddos, and the kiddos are gonna have a lot of fun with it. And I wish they toned down the absurdly kind of cryptic puzzles, to me at least at points, but the actual core game is so cool. It's like a Pixar film come to life. It's oozing with charm and personality, and it just makes me more excited for a fourth Luigi's Mansion. So dude, next level, you guys did it. Like, hats off to you guys, because you really took that personality, and that's what carried the game for me. I loved the soundtrack too, the OST, incredible. And just the boss fights and stuff were great. I really enjoyed the boss fights, minus that one, and you know which one it is. But it's such a good game, dude. I'm gonna give it to Luigi's Mansion 3 free. Moving on from that, let's see. We did that, yeah. I'll start checking it off. But best fighting game. Oh boy. We have Dead or Alive 6. We have Sam Show. We have Jump Force, MK11, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, DOA 6 and Jump Force are absolute trash. Like, these games shouldn't even be here. Power Rangers Battle for the Grid should have been here against one of those games, dude. But Jump Force, nah. DOA 6, nah. Those games suck. Like, I don't care what you guys say. DOA 6, mechanically, it's good. Like, it's fine. It's just the fact that the season pass stuff, the egregious changes, the fact that it doesn't even feel like a sequel, it just feels like another last round, which we have like 6 different DOA 5s. It just feels like DOA 5, but instead of Power Blow, act like just being a glowing red meter, they just gave you meter. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel different enough. And also, like, instant sidestep button, like all this, I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff about DOA 6 I don't like mechanically, and also just the game itself is so, it just feels so lazy, and so like, we gotta get a DOA game out to keep a license, right? Or something of that nature, and a DOA game should never feel like that. I was just upset, dude. Samurai Showdown, dude, I really need to get my hands on this game. I'm really sad that I haven't played enough of it, because I played some of it at EVO. I played a lot of it at EVO, actually, and I love it. It's so fun. It's so fun. It's super slow. Or I wouldn't say super slow, but compared to like what's out there right now, it's kind of slow paced. It's more methodical. There's not a lot of crazy combos and execution. It's just patience, and I really enjoy the neutral aspect of the game and the actual gameplay itself. I think it's great, and I think it has a decent amount of content. I don't know, I could be wrong on that. You guys can correct me in the comments below, but it's pretty dope. MK11, I'm very torn. Like, it's a good game. It's a great fighting game, but casually is like the only way I can play it, dude. I want to play with the custom moves. I want to play with the cool gear and all that. I don't really care for the actual competitive environment of the game, because I just feel like my life force gets sucked dry because I'm not having fun. I'm just keeping real. Like, I'm perfect blocking this, I'm rolling out of that. Like, I'm not having a lot of fun with it. But the core actual casual side with all the crazy ladders and stuff, that's fun. And all the DLC characters that are getting added, good stuff. And a little bit of a microtransactions mess up, but I think they smoothed it out. So definitely a contender along with Sam Show. And then of course Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's Smash, my guy. It's Smash. Dude, for best fighting game, I'm gonna give it to Ult. It's Ult, dude. It's Ult. MK11's great and stuff, and so is Sam Show, but it's Ultimate. Best RPG. Now this is a tough one. Again, Disco Elysium gone. Final Fantasy 14, we can't do those. I don't got money for a subscription, my guy. Like, that's a lot. That's gonna be a lot a year. But and Monster Hunter World Iceborne, we're gonna get all three of those out the way. It's just the Outer Worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3, and this one is really rough because the Outer Worlds it's great. I love the amount of character freedom you have in that game. You can really just do what you want. Like, there's a main quest line, but it feels so minimal in a way. It's very minimalist. Like, it's there and you can follow it and you can dive deep into the lore and go into the codex entries and go on each computer and learn all about the history behind, you know, Spacer's Choice and the different corporations and the people working in them, and really sink your teeth in, and then later use that information you're learning in dialogue tree options along with getting your science up, your charisma, whatever it may be. And that's so cool. But you can also just kind of kill everyone in a town and make your own story. Like, out the game, I murked everyone. I killed everyone in the beginning area of the game. I had enough. They were being mad rude to me. I murked them. And then everyone was just like, where are these people at? What's going on? You know, my character, before we hopped on the ship, even pulled me aside. My partner was like, yo, I didn't really agree with what you did back there, but, you know, to each their own and all that. And it was such a, like, jaw-dropping, this is in a game. Like, this is crazy, and I gotta give him credit where credit's due. But Kingdom Hearts 3, oh, it's Kingdom Hearts. I've been waiting for a game. It's Kingdom Hearts 3. I loved all the new worlds we got, and the combat is so much fun, dude. And I hate to be that guy, but I actually really like attractions. I thought attractions were fun. I really like the teacups and spinning around and killing Heartless. It's fun, dude. Like, I'm an easy guy to please. Like, you guys think I'm super critical. I'm a really easy guy to please when it comes to games. And the graphics. People don't talk enough about how good Kingdom Hearts 3 looks on a 4K TV, my guy. That game looks phenomenal in 4K. And all the colors pop. Perfect. Oh my gosh, dude. I don't know. It's such a charming game. Again, minus just the frozen world, everything about it's so great. And yeah, people could complain about the story and stuff, but me, I don't mind it. I thought it was a good send-off. I mean, yeah, sure, I may get some flack for that. Like, I thought it was a good send-off. I thought it was okay. You know, I feel like a lot of people just misinterpreted the ending. But, like, it's Kingdom Hearts. I'm not expecting you know, Shakespeare. It's glad it's done. Now we can go to the next thing, right? Overall, it's a tough one, but for best RPG, I'm gonna have to give it to Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm just gonna have to keep it real. Outer Worlds is incredible, but so is KH3. And I know they're like two vastly different games, but in terms of RPG fun, both of them are great, don't get me wrong. But Kingdom Hearts 3 just takes the cake for me personally. Moving on, best action adventure game. This is where things get tough. Borderlands 3, Death Stranding, which we'll get to, Link's Awakening, Control, Resident Evil 2, and Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. Again, Borderlands 3 out the gate, gone. Control, played a little bit of it, out the gate, gone. Those two, not. These four right here, these ones are rough. Sekiro, I would have been much more of a fan of if it wasn't for the fact I am so done with the Dark Souls formula. It's not even Dark Souls, it's just FromSoft, the way they handle it. It just felt like I was playing a reskin or a mod. Like, I'm just done. Like, I'm over it. It's not that it's a bad game at all, or that it's not good. It's just personally I'm burnt out of just parry, RB, well on an enemy, and it feels like their health bar just doesn't drain. Like, it just doesn't go away. No matter how many counter hits you get, no matter how perfect your dodge is, no matter if you do you like literally run out of the frame of the boss seeing you, and he's like, where is he? And you like jump from above because you grappling hook away and you get the death blow, and he just kind of shrugs it off, and his health bar goes from like here to here. Like, dude, that stuff is frustrating. And I get it. I do. You know, it's a FromSoft game. I have played FromSoft games, okay? I've played Dark Souls 1, 2, 3. I haven't beat 3. I did beat 2 and 1. I really should probably beat 3, but, you know, I just never got around to it. And I've played Bloodborne, and again, like, same thing there. Like, it's fun. It's great games. I've just grown kind of tired of that formula. And I just feel like, I don't know, like, there wasn't enough tweaks, especially with, like, Sekiro. Like, I don't feel like there's enough things they could have done with the grappling hook and you know, different items and things to make it really stand out or make me go, why am I not just playing Neo, which has a lot more weapon variety and things like that. So I don't know. I just kind of, I don't know. It's not that it's bad. It's just out the gate, basically. Sekiro is alright, and we're just getting out of here. Like it's good, and if you like it, good stuff, my guy. But for me, I'm just kind of burnt out. Moving on. RE2, dude. Have you played Resident Evil 2? Let me ask you one more time. Have you played Resident Evil 2? Because if you haven't, you need to. That game is great. As a remake, I feel like it just does so much to really make it feel like it's a remake. It pays tribute to the old game, but adds in a lot of new mechanics, camera angles, callbacks, and all that stuff to really make it stand out. And that's why it deserves every ounce of recognition it gets. And the sound design, enemy design, the way the levels are laid out, gorgeous, just gorgeous. And the graphics are the best thing. It's literally the best graphics of 2019. Free, like still, it's so gorgeous. The lighting and the way it works and the way that the world interacts with each other is just a testament to how far we've come. And I wouldn't have it any other way, dude. RE2 is incredible. Link's Awakening, I actually need to play that game. I'm gonna just say it's good because it's the Game Boy game basically, so it's probably great. And it just, you know, has some quality of life changes, so it's good. You know, it's good. And then Death Stranding. Now, Death Stranding doesn't really fit in the action category. That's why they got the adventure slash. I know people are like, this is an action adventure, but it is. Death Stranding is an adventure game. That's exactly what it is. It's actually kind of a callback to adventure games, if you think about it, like the point and click days, because it's very methodical. But a lot of puzzle solving, a lot of open-ended puzzle solving, you know, debating on what you're gonna do, the items you pick up throughout the world, the way you craft different things. It's very much like an adventure game. I wouldn't say so much like the super hardcore point and clicks, you know, like Lucas Arts games and stuff, but it does kind of feel like it calls back to those games and pulls inspiration from it. So it's really fun. It is. I do enjoy it. I'm shocked that I enjoy it. It's definitely frustrating, but that's kind of the point of the game. It's this weird, like, isolated loneliness you get throughout playing it, and I kind of like it. It's really zen. And the storyline's pretty interesting so far. I haven't beat it yet, but it's solid. I can see why it's nominated here. But I'm gonna give it to RE2. Free. I'm gonna just give it to RE2. You know, the game's great. The game is incredible. Best action game. We have Apex, Astral Chains, Modern Warfare, Devil May Cry 5, Gears 5, and Metro Exodus. Y'all, I know I've been having drawn out discussions on each game, but for once, we're just gonna quash that. Apex Legends is great. Modern Warfare is incredible. You know, it's also great. Gears 5 is okay. I don't like Gears. I've never liked the Gears formula, but it's Gears. It's okay. Astral Chain is it's a game. It exists. If you like it, cool. I like it. DMC5 is literally the best thing to ever happen to video games, and Metro Exodus is pretty good, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna just say it's pretty good, but I'm gonna give it to Devil May Cry 5. It's DMC5, guys. It's DMC5. Best VR and AR game. Asgard's Wrath I haven't played, nor have I played Trover Saves the Universe, but the other three I have played. And I'm gonna just start off the bat. Blood and Truth was one of the most frustrating games I've played this year. It was so buggy, so by the numbers, so unfun that I was constantly unimmersed in the gameplay, and I really wanted to like it. I really did. And there are things about that are really cool. The pump shotgun, there's like a construction level that's very, very well thought out and well paced. And I do like how it's kind of this sliding railway system, so it feels like more of a time crisis, if anything. And I thought that was great. However, it's just not what I was looking forward to. You know, I just was kind of, you know, over it, especially with the final level breaking on me multiple times and just bugging out. And I hope I have footage of this to pull up. Maybe it might be deleted because I have a new, like, PS4 and stuff. But dude, that game really needed patches and stuff out the gate, and I wasn't feeling it towards the middle and end. It really felt like it dragged on. Beat Saber, it's such a good rhythm game, and No Man's Sky is one of the best open world games I've played, not just in recent memory with all the updates and stuff that they've been doing to it, but VR wise, it just makes it feel much more large in scale. Like, geez, you really like look up in the atmosphere and you see a planet and you're like, dude, I'm gonna get those resources, we're going there. And you get your resources, you pull stuff, you talk to some people or whatever, take out some drones, hop in the ship, you look up, you turn your thrusters on, and you just go. And it's such a satisfying loop in regular non-VR, and then putting that loop in VR is like breathtaking. Like, I don't know how else to explain it than just breathtaking. I'm gonna personally give it to Beat Saber, however, because it is such a good mellow rhythm game, and I really like all the customization you can put into it thanks to mods. It's such a good time, dude. Oh, there we go. Hey, that took a little bit to load. Best community support, I'ma just say Fortnite again. Like I don't really, I'm not up to date, you know what I mean? I don't play those games, but you know, it's Fortnite. Okay, so now we have Call of Duty Mobile, best mobile game, Call of Duty Mobile, Grindstone, Sayonara Wild Hearts, Sky Children of the Light, and what the golf, yeah. And dude, Sayonara Wild Hearts, it's gotta be Sayonara Wild Hearts. The art style, music, the way its story is told, it's just breathtaking. It's such a good mobile game, and it's kind of sad it's restricted to Apple Arcade and I believe the Nintendo Switch. I think it's on the Switch, dude. I might, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but dude, that game's, and it's so good. Just play it. Just play it. Is it on mobile Android yet? I don't know, but just play it. You won't be disappointed, and make sure you have headphones when you play it, or else you'll be like disappointed and stuff. Alright, next is our best independent game. We have Baba Is You, Disco Elysium again, Outer Wilds, Untitled Goose Game, and Katana Zero. I have been waiting to talk about Katana Zero, and now is the time. I was actually going to save it for my Game of the Year thing, but since we're already here, Katana Zero is easily one of the best games I've played this decade. Like, no joke. It is, oh my gosh, it's chilling. Its level design is emphatic. It's gripping. It's one of the most interesting things I've played, and the variety and the way the levels shake up and change on you, and the plot itself, and just how twisty turvy things get, and its melancholy I guess outlook on everything is so interesting, and I just love it. And the pixel art, out of this world. I love how it does something unique again with that pixel art style and just really goes crazy with it, you know, and it deserves all the love it should get, you know. Just such a great title. The best ongoing game, Apex, y'all did it. And I already mentioned this a little bit earlier, but it's because of the way they do their content, where it's not just a rapid, never-ending stream of stuff. It's just a, you know, slow burn, if you will. So, again, games for impact. Concrete Genie, Kind Words, Sea of Solitude, Life is Strange 2, Grease. I didn't play like any of these, and I actually do want to play Kind Words. I hear it's really good, and I probably should get around to that one day. Life is Strange 2 is just bad. I already played the first episode of that and I hated it. Sea of Solitude, no one cares. And then Concrete Genie, I'm sorry, that's rude. Sea of Solitude looks interesting. I haven't got around to playing it. I feel bad. I really want to play that game. I actually remember seeing that like 2 E3s ago, I think, or an E3 ago, and it looked really cool. Concrete Genie, again, I want to play it, but I can't. Haven't had the time to. A lot of games. And then Grease. I remember watching a playthrough of Grease, and it was you know, no commentary, and just I was absorbed, dude. So I'm gonna give it to Grease, right? I haven't played any of these, but this one right here, the story it tells is beautiful. So I'm gonna give it to that. Especially for what people are going through. It feels like it's very impactful. Best performance. Yo, this is weird. This is a really weird, you know, kind of thing we have going on here, because we have like Norman Reedus, Mads Mikkelsen, you know, Death Stranding, both of them well deserved, I feel like. Courtney Hope, you know, in Control. Okay, you know, her character is pretty cool from what I've heard. Laura Bailey, and from Gears 5, you know, I'm not sure. The other guy from Control, and then the Outer Worlds. And since I only played the Outer Worlds, it's Ashley Burch, so we move. Best audio design. Yo. This is hard. It's either Modern Warfare or Resident Evil 2. Like, Modern Warfare's audio design is so good. It's chilling how good it is. But then, like, RE2's audio design is also, like, phenomenal. Like, it's... I'm gonna give it to RE2. Dude, when you hear, like, a liquor crawling against the wall and you, like, slowly pan your camera up and it drops down on you, that's that good stuff. That's that good stuff. Best score or music, Cadence of Hyrule, DMC5, Sayonara Wild Hearts, but nice to see you again. Kingdom Hearts 3, and then Death Stranding. Now, I know people are gonna get mad because Death Stranding's taking up so many slots, but like I always say, it's an industry game. A lot of people from the industry voted on it to be in the panel and to be in the Game Awards panel and stuff for us to vote on. So just don't vote on Death Stranding if you don't want it to win. And regardless, they still didn't skimp. Look at this: Cadence of Hyrule, DMC5, KH3, Sayonara Wild Hearts, all incredible soundtracks. Death Stranding, its score is pretty good, and I do enjoy some of its titled license tracks, if you will, but it's kind of minimal compared to what we're going for here. I want that more bombastic feel when I think of score and music in games, so out of that, it's tough. Like, Devil Trigger alone could win. Like, that song is so good. Like, I don't know what it, and like the final song they play, Nero vs. Virgil, bruh. I think it's called Silver Bullet. Maybe that's a different song. Dante's theme is really good. V's theme is so dope with the violins. Yeah, okay. This is tough, and they're all dynamic too. So DMC5 is up there free. Sayonara Wild Hearts, again, it's up there. Very great electronic kind of synth step this track. Kingdom Hearts 3, if you can even call it that, but I don't know how you like genre it, but you got a couple songs and stuff to choose from there, obviously. Kingdom Hearts 3, it's Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts music's like the go. And then Cadence of Hyrule, which is also very, very good. If it wasn't for the fact it was up against these titans of games, I guess you could even say Death Stranding to an extent. So that's a tough one. This is hard. This is harder than I thought it was gonna be, because like they're all good. They're all very, very but I want to say DMC5, but I really, my heart says you gotta go with what's right. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say Kingdom Hearts 3, dude. I'm gonna say Kingdom Hearts 3. I really feel like this soundtrack's something else. I really am. I really do. Best art direction presented by, you know, Samsung QLEDs. Thank you, Samsung. And we have Control, Death Stranding, Grease, Sayonara, Link's Awakening, and Sekiro. Again, I know people are gonna get mad that Death Stranding's here. I don't agree with that at all. This is the one slot that is just dumb. Like, Death Stranding and art direction. Alright, okay, now that's capping. It does have very good typography with like the way the mountains are laid out and stuff, and I think that stuff is really good, and I love the graphics. However, in terms of art direction, it's super by the numbers and still. Katana Zero easily could have taken that slot. IMO or Cadence of Hyrule, I guess we are in a Zelda game, but they are very different in terms of art style, which I wasn't really expecting at all. Even RE2 has a better art direction than Death Stranding, so I don't really get why that one's there. I'm gonna let it slide though. That's thin ice, but understandable. I'm gonna say for art direction, however, Sayonara Wild Hearts again. Like, this game is just an eye catch. Like, if you ever watch footage or whatever, it's just an eye catch. It looks great, and it floors it. It floors me every time I look at it. So free. Best narrative. Out of all of these games, Control, especially having this kind of weird narrative from what I've heard. Haven't really, again, played Disco Elysium yet. I hear it's great. And Death Stranding, although interesting, is just another Kojima game, so I can never take them seriously. They just get way too wacky and way too full of themselves, and I just end up laughing by the end instead of sympathizing. Minus MGS4. We stand MGS3 and 4. Those ones have actually very, very good plots. And like Plague's Tale, I haven't, I haven't played it. I wasn't really interested. I heard the gameplay wasn't all that, so that always kind of turns me away. But Outer Worlds, that takes it, dude. Anything to go down with capitalism, heck yeah, that's that. We move. Best game direction, Death Stranding here again. Jeez Louise. So this, again, it's hard. It's hard because, like, I know you want to say other games, but when it comes to game direction, like, this game nailed it. What I was shocked with was Outer Wilds was in game direction. That's surprising. Knowing its backstory, but now that I kind of learned about its backstory, it's very shocking. The way this game came about. I really recommend some interviews with GameSpot and the creators by Outer Wilds, because you'll learn a lot of interesting stuff in that game. It's very, very cool. And again, for game direction, although Control looks great with its ray tracing and all of that stuff, and the way it plays, and Sekiro plays fine and all that, and Death Stranding, it's great, but is it RE2? No, shut up. That's easily the best game directed this year. Okay, and now we're here. Game of the Year. Control, Smash, Sekiro, which I, again, not expecting at all. Death Stranding, RE2, and The Outer Worlds. This is tough. This is tough. Okay, this is really, really tough because, dude, Smash Bros. Ultimate being in a Game of the Year slot, it's crazy. Does it deserve it? Gosh, no. In terms of all the other Smash games we've had, like content-wise and stuff, there's something lacking. But it's Ultimate. It's this really fun pull-up game, and that's what games are about at the end of the day for a lot of people, you know, fun. But then we have a game that's like purely about just having fun and doing nutty, crazy stuff and, you know, specials to Death Stranding, which is this melancholy, repetitive slog, yet somehow endearing in its charm and its world and its design. And then on top of that, you got this spook fest with RE2, which has some of the most intriguing puzzles and level designs and layouts I've seen in years. And then we have Sekiro, which, you know, it has its own great, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Things going for it, you know, with its intuitive boss battles and, you know, pretty cool layouts and level design, you know, free. And then The Outer Worlds with its incredible story and unique characters and just decision making galore. And this is what I mean, like, this is a hard year. Like, this doesn't reflect my Game of the Year list at all. Like, I don't know why Three Houses isn't replacing one of these. At least Control. Like, at least Control. But at the end of the day, all of these games are great. All of these games are great. But if I had to choose for this year, and again, I'm sad that DMC5 isn't here, but if I had to choose for this year, I would personally say Resident Evil 2. I'm just, again, like, I want to say ult. I want to say ult. But RE2 right there. RE2 right there. And ult's great. But so is Outer Worlds. And so is, like, these three, dude. These three. These three are that's a hard one. If I had to vote, I'd say Resident Evil 2, dude. I'm gonna just get it out there. RE2, that game is great. Smash Ult's great too, guys. Don't get me wrong. And knowing Nintendo fans, it's probably gonna win, just because, like, it's Nintendo. But if I had to choose, it'd be Resident Evil 2. I just gotta keep it real. It's such a great game. It's such a great game. But yeah, we move. Anyways, that's gonna do it. Sorry, this is a little bit longer video. We had a lot of games to cover, and I had a lot to say. And I hope you all enjoyed the content. I hope you all see where I'm coming from. So with that all being said, I'm gonna throw some music in the background so you guys can vibe in editing. And I hope you guys all enjoyed my look at all of the games that I enjoyed of 2019. You know, these games are all great in their own way. And I want to see what your guys' games of 2019 are down below. And on top of that, I am going to be doing a top 10 games of the decade as well. Throughout the decades as well. Because there's been so many great games we've been playing. And it's a lot going on, dude. It's crazy. Going back and seeing the 2010s to now has been an eye-opening experience, because I'm really seeing how wonderful gaming has been these last 10 years. How incredible things have been, despite the hiccups, despite the mess-ups, how gosh darn good games have just been getting, and learning from mistakes and striving to be better. And it's coming to the point where there's honestly no bad games, and it's blowing me away. Like, there's the fact that we're getting upset over Pokemon, basically, because it is not innovating enough, shows just how wonderful gaming has been when you really think about it. Like, people are getting mad because their favorite franchises aren't catching up to where every other franchise is. You know what I mean? Not to knock Pokemon. I'm sure you guys enjoy it. I've personally, you know, thought it's okay. You know, it's whatever. It's fun. But, you know, it just as an example of, like, how crazy things have gotten for gaming. So, if you enjoy the content, enjoy what I say, enjoy this kind of podcast format, please do yourself a favor and follow my Twitter down below. Make sure you follow me on there. Keep up to date with all my gaming stuff. Make sure you head on over to my Twitch page too, where I stream occasionally. My schedule's kind of messed up because I have work now and stuff, so, you know, I gotta, you know, attend to my job and all that. And you know, it's a little wonky, but if you turn notifications on, you'll just get a ping when I'm live, and just pull up if you can. If you can't, it's all good. You know what I mean? So, thank you all again for watching this video. Just one last little thing. Please make sure you ring the bell icon and turn notifications on. because without the notifications, I can't even, get my videos out there. You can't even see them. They're probably going to get buried in your sub box because I'm a smaller channel. I don't know why YouTube does that. It's just a thing that happens. So please do all you can to, support if you don't mind. So again, thank you all for coming out to this video. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Hope you enjoyed my look at the Game of the Years and voting through them with me. And have a wonderful day. Peace.